What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're out doing some estate sale hunting now in Battle Creek, Michigan. Actually, no, Springfield, Michigan. This is actually, it has a Battle Creek address, but it's in the Springfield town, I guess. So Springfield, Michigan. It looks like a lot of mid-century stuff. It looks like quite a large estate. So there's a lot of people here. We're about 20 minutes after they've opened. So we'll see how it goes today. I don't know how you guys are feeling today. I don't know if you guys have had these kind of days, but man, I was jamming like all the way from my house, about 40-minute drive to this estate sale. You ever have those mornings where it's just like some good music just picks your day right up? That's what day I've had today. Normally I'm a boring music listener. I am literally like classical music and like religious kind of music, like the old school, like organ kind of music. That's my kind of music I like to listen to anymore. I am the most boring. My kids hate it when they have to ride with me because it's like, Dad, what do you listen to? It's all just classical music and instrumentals and orchestras, and oh yeah, they hate it. But today was not that day. I went old school. I was like back in the early 2000s, just jamming all the way here, a little bit of NSYNC and you know, a little bit of more rock and roll stuff, Metallica. Oh, it was a good day. I don't know if you guys have those kind of days, but today was a day I just kind of needed that. So I'm gonna just jam the rest of the day through with some jams as I'm driving around. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be a fun one. Let's get inside and go check everything out. We'll take a walk around. We got the GoPro on, so we are equipped to go through this thing without, you know, having to have our cell phone out doing that stuff. So I really appreciate you guys for all the support that's been going with the channel. The channel has been skyrocketing lately. Also too, I want to let you guys know that we have a TikTok now. I'm not a huge TikTok guy, but a good friend of ours, Shine Your Light, she has a great YouTube channel, recommended TikTok just to kind of throw a little bit more out there to kind of get more people to the channel. So we do have a TikTok. You'll see a lot of the same TikToks as YouTube Shorts, but you'll also see a little different ones too. We do run over there. So just search 66 Unique Antiques on TikTok. We'll be on there if you guys have TikTok. If not, I totally understand. It's not my kind of thing, but it's another avenue to get more content out there. So yeah, check out our TikToks, check out our YouTube Shorts. And obviously, thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel and checking this out. Much appreciated. Other than being long-winded, let's get inside, go check this stuff out, and then hopefully we come home with some stuff today. If not, we'll see. You know how estate sales go. So let's get inside. All right, let's get running through this estate sale here. We started in the kitchen. I was hoping for some Pyrex or any kind of, you know, vintagey kitchen kind of items. Wasn't too much of that in there. We do have some Pyrex coming up. Rolling pins we always look for. If I can get them for a couple bucks, we usually sell them for $8 to $10 a piece, and they sell pretty consistently. So if I can grab them, I usually pick them up. That one didn't have a price on it. Really wasn't worth me going to try to find somebody to find out what it's worth for that small amount. So passed on that. Obviously, a bunch of Tupperware there people are looking at. If you watch our past videos, you know that we have about 10 totes of Tupperware already to go through. So definitely didn't need any more Tupperware to go through, so we passed on those as well. But I did see a nice Pyrex set here, individually priced. They priced them pretty much, you know, 10 that's pretty much the prices that they go for. At least they have the lids, so whoever does buy those will definitely get a good price on them because that's pretty much what they go for. You got a batter bowl there. I believe it was Fire King, if I remember right. You know, just $6, probably not a bad price. Probably could have got 12 to 15 out of it, but again, passed on that one. Found some really old plastic glasses. I'm telling you, that stuff's coming back in style. We had a lady come in the other day. Pretty much, she never buys glass or anything like that. She always buys that stuff because she has grandkids. So she buys the 70s and 80s kind of, you know, plastic glassware that has a cool look to it, but yet nonetheless, you know, not breakable, because that's a big thing, obviously. So we do look for those, but that was like, I think it was like 18 for the set or 16 for the set, I can't remember, but it was more than I would have paid. He had a really great salt and pepper shaker collection. As you guys will see here, a bunch of different really cool holiday, you know, off the wall kind of sets that were on there, so I thought those were really good. Price wise though, they had $8 a set. So yeah, that was kind of one of those things where that's pretty much the going rate minus, you know, some unique ones, and these were the unique ones over here. They had some really, you know, really cool ones. They had a Batman and Joker one I really liked up there. But again, they were also said unless marked, and so we'll talk about that at the end of the video, which makes it a little tougher too. Yeah, there was a lot of people here. Lots of people. Trying to navigate around everybody was a little tough. But really, upstairs, there really wasn't a lot of stuff. The bedroom stuff was kind of just normal household items that we don't really look for too much, so we kind of passed on anything up here. Unless in the comment section you guys did see something that I missed, which is entirely possible. Just let me know, because as I was going through here, just wasn't really seeing much. I looked at these VCRs up here. You guys know me, I always look for them. But these guys are intelligent on the VCR game. They upped their prices. They had $22 a piece. Usually at garage sales, yard sales, I can pick up VCRs for a couple bucks, and we usually sell them for 25 bucks a piece, all day. It's never, I never have to hold on to them. They're usually gone within a month or so. We had to pass on those because, again, right by where we'd be pricing them at, so we didn't go down that game, but that is going to happen. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of knickknacks, a lot of jewelry coming up here. I did find a couple cool pieces right off the bat. Amber was talking about how she kind of wants to lower her turtle. She wants to get more unique turtles. And so I kind of backed off getting turtle stuff. But then, of course, every now and then I do run across turtle stuff that I know she doesn't have. So I did find, if Mike would put it in there, he goes. Found a couple pieces there that are ones I know she doesn't have, and I thought they were really cool. So definitely we're going to hold on to those and pick those up, because those were really cool pieces. Jewelry-wise, a whole bunch of costume jewelry. We get so much of that stuff sometimes that it's people throw it in bags and sell it for $3-4 a piece. Just not really what I was looking for today. But just future-wise, costume jewelry does sell. We do sell quite a bit of it at the store. It's just they're hard to display. It takes up a lot of room, so it takes a really unique piece of costume jewelry for me to pick it up. But I do have people in the comment section that wants me to show off the jewelry more, so I do try to scan around on the jewelry a little bit. So hopefully you guys see something. I mean, I'm maybe not the best at it. I need to go a little slower probably, I'm sure, but that's always one thing I hear about quite a bit. So I do try to do that sometimes, but sometimes it is tough with how many people are there to just sit there and do a nice little scan of everything when people are usually behind me trying to see what I'm seeing. So do understand that hopefully as well. But yeah, usually, usually there is a nice tablecloths and doilies and stuff I like to look at, but these guys really didn't have much. There's a lot of newer blankets and style like that. This kid that was in this room with me, I actually was appreciating him pretty well too, because he is a reseller, I believe, because he is in there looking up eBay prices on stuff and finding out that he was buying something that he could make more money on. So I thought that was really cool. The kid was pretty young, so I was pretty stoked for him. He found something they can make some money off of, and it's always good to see the young kids getting into the reselling game, because it's such a large market to get into that you can make some money off of. It's good to see the young kids hopefully continuing the tradition. This is the basement we got down to. Real nice basement. I was a little jealous of this thing. Real nice down there, nice pool table, but we just picked up a pool table from the last house we were at, so we didn't have much there. We had a bunch of stuffed animal stuff over here, which stuffed animals, the older stuffed animals, you can work with a little more, but these ones, not really much. Just your ho-hum stuff, nothing that we could really sell. So it's, Beanie Babies were in there, which yuck, don't want to touch those. Then I found some really nice country music magazines here that I thought were pretty cool. But they wanted $3 a piece, and that's pretty much the average of what they were going for. So, I mean, if you get there on the half-off day, I'm sure you can probably get some deals on that, because people were buying them. That's not really in our kind of price range. And again, magazines take up area and, sell for so little amount of money that, it's got to be something pretty unique for us to pick up. But of course, I'm hopping on eBay to see what they go for, because that's what we do. If you don't know something, good old eBay makes it a little easier for you sometimes, just to kind of find some values and see if it's something worthwhile. But yeah, this was on a nice little basement area there. A guy going through CDs over here. We've been selling CDs for a little bit at the store, not very much, just a little section of them, but we did find some 45s here, which I was pretty stoked to go through. Queen right off the top was a really nice one, so wanted to take a look at that and kind of make sure it was in good shape. So we did spend a little bit of time here going through 45, so I won't, bore you guys me going through all these 45s, but I do like checking condition and everything as we do hunt through those. But I did go through all of those piles there to grab some. But again, I don't sit there and make you guys watch me go through all these, because you got to go through them all. You got to make sure you get the right ones and make sure they're in the good conditions and whatnot. So, but yeah, we'll get moving on here and going into the other room over here. There's more games and stuff over here as well. I always like going through those because we do sell games quite a bit. A couple handheld games that people are still looking for nowadays, especially for that nostalgia. I do pick them up every now and then, which I do pick one up here, which I'll show you guys at the end of the video. I have a lot of glassware, stuff that just, I just know clear glass just does not sell. That Jart set there, if you're wondering why I didn't pick up the Jart set, is the newer Jart set, that one it doesn't have the dangerous metal talons or whatever those are at the end. Those are the plastic ones, so I had to pass on those. This was the holiday room, all pretty much brand new holiday stuff. Not brand new, but not old at all. So it didn't really get to do much in here. Minus, there was a couple signs that were okay. Nothing we were really looking at to purchase or nothing. So, but yeah, they had Halloween stuff, and but again, it was all newer stuff, ceramic stuff, just nothing really stuff that we pick up at all. So we kind of always have to stop and look, because I know Amber does look for the holiday stuff quite a bit. So yeah, like I said, but nothing these guys had. But yeah, they did have a couple boxes of LPs here as well. There are 33s. There's amazing collection. As you guys see here, I'm going through a Kiss album. But as I was going through them, I found out real fast that they stick together, and there was issues with all of the records. As you see in the top corner there, paper stuck to the album. It seems like these were all like out in the rain or something, some kind of water damage. But they had this was one of the better like record collections I got to go through. But they were in such terrible condition that I couldn't even, I had a pile there I was going through, and I couldn't even justify picking them up because they were all in such terrible condition. There was people buying stacks of them. I don't know why, because... All right, guys, the estate sales in the books. Wasn't bad stuff there. Let me go through a few things, though, just so you guys understand what I bought and why I didn't buy certain other things. The salt and pepper shakers, very cool. There were some actually really cool, unique ones there. The sign said $8 per pair unless marked. Unless marked is a big deal, because a lot of the really cool ones are about 20, 25 bucks. Totally understand. I'm sure they're worth it. Just, of course, we can't pay that amount for them because we ain't trying to get 40, 50 bucks out of a pair of salt and pepper shakers. So, I mean, sure, on that day, probably coming back, if there was any good ones left on the half-off day, it would probably be a good price. But, yeah, so we had to pass on the salt and pepper shakers. The records I was going through, terrible lighting down there, by the way, which I don't expect it to be good lighting when, they don't know I'm recording. So, but, yeah, terrible lighting. Anyway, the records. There was actually probably the best collection of records I've found at an estate sale. Problem is, they were all water damaged. They all had, like, sticky together. The covers were torn off. It looks like it was out in the rain. Man, there were some classics in there. There was Kiss, Journey, Kansas, Def Leppard, you name it, they were in there. It was nuts. But when they're in that kind of condition, you can't buy them. So I couldn't buy them. I did buy a few things though. So let me get through and run through it. Just nothing too crazy, but we got a couple of these brass turtle pin brooches. These are huge. We got these for $2 a piece. I'm sure we're gonna get probably about 8 to 10 bucks a piece off of these. These are really big. You guys don't know my head, but my head's pretty big. So those are pretty large. Then we got a couple of 45s. I don't buy 45s very much, but if you can get some 45s with the actual covers on them that are legit, like Queen right here. This one's with We Are the Champions and We Will Rock You is probably, the anthem to a lot of people's, sports teams back in the 80s and 90s. We got a Casablanca one. I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, not too crazy, but we did get a few things. We're in the bigger towns, so when you go to the bigger towns, you're gonna get big crowds here, and there was a lot of people there. If you guys couldn't tell through the video, a lot of people there, a lot of people buying. So you know, and again, we're 20 minutes late, and which you might sound so like, oh, it's only 20 minutes. If you want the best stuff at an estate sale, you got to get there pretty much right when they open. I mean, yeah, if you want to pay prices higher, yeah, you'll probably pay the prices higher on the first day to be the first ones there, but you also get the run of the mill on all the good stuff that's there. So yeah, we were not, I wouldn't call us 20 minutes late. I don't like getting there right when they open anyway, because it's always really like a madhouse. People are running through the house, and if you think I'm joking, go to an estate sale right when they open. People are running through the house and getting kind of crazy. I don't like being a part of that. That's not my kind of thing. I don't need nothing that bad. So yeah, we didn't do too bad today. We got a few things. I got a couple other small game things, like I can show you real quick, because I think these are going to be coming back in style. If you guys know what these are old like handheld games. This is the Family Feud. I honestly think those are going to be coming back in style a lot more, and I think they have been. They go up, you know, about 15 to 20 bucks on the low end, sometimes higher. I paid $2 for that guy. So yeah, that'll be a good, you know, buy. And like I said, sometimes you go to these estate sales and it's not about getting the $10 to $100. Sometimes it's buying the $2 for $10. You know, it's all profit. You're all making money, so it's all good. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate everything you're doing. Again, don't forget to check out our TikTok, YouTube Shorts channels. All really cool stuff to check out, different kind of aspects of what we do in the business. And if you guys get some time and you want to come out and see me, well, of course, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that great stuff. But if you want to come out and see me and Amber and all of us, feel free to stop out and get your antique fix on M66. See you guys later.